Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boys from Reactions here, back with another video, and today
we have
discussing the shit show called the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Lovely Lost Leafs. Let's get on with that. Yeah, here we go. We thought that the Leafs were going to do good on this homestand. It was supposed to be a 5-game homestand where we could collect points, be in a good spot before the Olympic break. Since then, we are now questioning whether we are going to even make the playoffs or just sell at the trade deadline. And the Leafs themselves are now deciding whether they want to be buyers or sellers. I can't believe we're coming to this narrative. I'm actually in disbelief.
Sell. I'm done with this make-believe. I'm done with this, oh, we gotta be buyers. No, sell. You are not in a position to buy.
We already wasted Fraser Minton, who has 8 goals and 8 assists in his last, some 15-plus games, something like that. We traded for a guy who's been in and out of injury, not done the most in the world. Oh, and we traded our first rounder. Now it's top 5 protected. So what does that mean? That means get the top 5 pick.
Are going to be 6th overall. You want to see? I'll bet you on it. They're going to be this 6th overall draft pick.
It's going to be rigged anyways. So
despicable.
We lost 6-3.
The Vegas Golden Knight.
Marner's returned to Toronto, 6-3 loss. He didn't even get a point in this game. Nothing to talk about there. He got booed. Also, we talked about it in our last video. Is he going to get cheered or booed? He got booed. Every time he touched the puck. Boo. That's what happened. But they did give him a standing ovation in the intermission for the welcome back video. Aside from that, Sunday, we hosted the Colorado Avalanche. Didn't go too well.
4-1. Despicable. 4-1.
Then. So this is a very important game because we're fighting with them for a playoff spot, damn it. And choke fest of the century.
We're digging our grave over here.
7-4.
The Toronto Maple Leafs actually lost the hockey game to the Buffalo Sabres in a manner that we should never lose. Like 7-4. Are you kidding me? Listen, okay, I'm all for the tank. I was all for it before. When we were literally competing for the final, like the top 5 pick, when we were right there, I was like, we got to decide whether we're going to tank fully or we're going to go for it. And if we're going to go for it, we better not go for it in a little bit and then drop down immediately. I'm tired of the half in, half out. Oh, maybe we'll compete for the Stanley Cup playoffs. Oh, maybe not. We'll not compete for a playoff spot. We'll be right in the middle. And this is exactly the scenario they find themselves in. We are far away from the literally final playoff spot, and we are far away from the first pick of the draft. We are far because they have been climbing down the standings. They've been going up, getting points, and then climbing back down. This is the problem with the Toronto Maple Leafs. They can never pick a lane. Never. This is my problem. You have any comments to say about how they can never pick a lane?
It's tank time. We're done. This is it. Look at the Rangers. They've already made amends. The Rangers have made amends. They're getting rid of Panarin. He's been removed from the roster. He's being traded now. He won't play. He's likely played his last game as a Ranger. They've officially said they're going to be retooling now. I think the Leafs just need to get the head out of their asses and figure that it's the best possible scenario. If they want their draft pick back, at least tank enough to get to 5th.
And the Boston Bruins are competing for a playoff spot. And they're going to get our pick, the 8th overall draft pick, because you decided to trade for Brandon Carlo. Can you not understand this, folks? This is the Toronto Maple Leafs' infamous trick. They trade away picks for literal old guys, and then they decide, we're not going to tank, we're going to top 5 protect it, and then there you go. And now we're going to give the 8th overall draft pick, projected 8th overall if everything goes to plan, 8th overall draft pick to the Boston Bruins, who are a Stanley Cup contending team, who are going into the playoffs. You don't understand how essential this first round draft pick is.
Vancouver's doing a great job at tanking. Bottom of the league by a 7-point difference. It's over.
What a terrible team.
This season is a write-off. Call it off. There will be no playoffs. The longest playoff streak in the NHL, which has been 9 seasons running by the Maple Leafs, will officially come to a close this season. It's without a doubt. I had my hopes, but it's a false promise. It's a false reality. There's false hopes. I rather just accept our fate than be disappointed.
Literally. We've been disappointed for years.
I don't want to be disappointed anymore.
People wonder why we're frustrated.
This was supposed to be the Leafs dynasty in 2016. They drafted Matthews. They drafted Marner. They drafted Nylander. They signed Tavares. And we thought we were going to go on a run and we were going to win. Not even just one, multiple cups, but at least one. Gosh. Where did that go?
We've been taken advantage of from the MLSE organization constantly. Leaf fans are labeled as complainers, low esteem, they don't care. We care. The problem is on the product on the ice. They don't care. How can we care if they don't care? Simply put, listen, I'm tired of being labeled as a annoying fan or as a annoyance to the league. We're the worst fans in the league, apparently, to the NHL other fan bases. Listen, we're the worst fan base in the world, not because we are who we are. Mm-hmm. We have a product on the ice that don't match. We want accountability, literally. That's all we want, is accountability. And if that makes us the worst fans in the world, then gosh darn are we the worst fans in the world for wanting a little bit of accountability. They constantly raise the prices of seats, $300 a piece. Meanwhile, other fan bases are paying in, a little bit of change, maybe extremely less than the Toronto Maple Leaf fans. Will get constantly bumped up prices for a shitty product.
Oh, and by the way, we lost 5-2. We lost 5-2 in Seattle. In case you missed it.
Mm-hmm. I'm tired of hearing this from the MLSE. We're in on everybody.
Yeah.
We gotta be in on everybody. The Leafs are in on a player. Listen, are we doing something? Do something. The infamous Dangle sentence. Do something.
Yeah, and I wish Kyle Dubas would have done something. But unfortunately, he was shackled at his wrists by Brendan Shanahan because he was ready to trade Marner before that no move clause kicked in. And boy, I wonder what we would have looked like right now. I wonder where we would have been right now had the Kyle Dubas traded Marner when he wanted to 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago? I think it was 2 years ago. Or was it 3 years ago?
Yeah.
2 years ago, I think.
I think it was 2.
Yeah, because he got fired right after. So it was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Shanahan stopped him from trading Marner, and he knew that it wasn't what he wanted, so he let him go. And Pittsburgh picked him up. And then we brought in Tree Living, which frankly traded a lot of our assets away, which we're now in a position not too great because of it. We went all in every year, buying and trading players and picks, and we lost Fraser Minton, who's on a tear with Boston now. That was gut-wrenching. And now, I really wonder what would have happened had we traded Marner and we gotten a player of his caliber in return. Man. Because he wouldn't have to have agreed to it. There was no no-move clause before July 1st. He could have been traded wherever Dubas wanted him to. I mean, he would have been nice enough to talk with him, but that's not the point. And so I think Shanahan was a big part to blame in this. Also, they let go this guy that dealt with player injuries and health and nutrition or something. I don't know exactly what the name of the position was. And it was never replaced after this person was let go by MLSE last year. And now, all of a sudden, this year, the Leafs have had the most injuries in a season in a long time. I wonder why.
It's terrible mismanagement. And guess what, guys? Pittsburgh is in a playoff spot. I want to tell you this. Pittsburgh is going to win a Stanley Cup this year or in the next couple of years. And that's going to be because of Dubas' leadership. You want to bet? I got you.
Well,
insane.
That's been this video. Unfortunately, we've come to a conclusion and to reality that the Leafs will not be making the playoffs this year and will be kissing this 9-year playoff streak goodbye. Truly the end of an era, because we're going to enter the rebuild again. Now, I don't think it's going to be as big a rebuild as it was last time. I don't think we're going to be rebuilding for friggin' 4 years, but definitely going to be rebuilding this summer and retooling for next year.
We haven't even ended the rebuild. What success have we got?
Nothing.
Second round. We were supposed to be Stanley Cup contenders.
Oh,
we
and
were a second round.
And look, the Rangers are also a pretty good example too. They made multiple conference finals, never won, and now it's over for them, and they're headed to the rebuild, and they're retooling, and they're trading Panarin. Look at that. Maybe we should trade. Riley. That's one name that pops up on my radar. Another name that Edmonton might be interested in, Bobby McMann. That's another name that could be traded. Let's see. Honestly, I would trade Stolarz while his value is still somewhat good, because it doesn't seem too promising with him, and he's already at an age where there's not a lot of time left with him, and he's been in and out of injury as well. I think you trade him as well. Wall and Hildeby have been good enough for now. And there you can rebuild some assets from that, while his value is still somewhat decent. And I think we need to get rid of Riley. That's, I think, a big move that needs to happen. He hasn't been a number 1D for a while. And I think he has some trade value there. That's been it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you enjoyed this one. It has been a sad end to this. There's still just under 30 games left, but don't get your hopes up. Let's tank for the 5th overall pick so we can keep our first round draft pick. That would be nice. We'll see you in the next one.
Maybe someone
Peace out.
won't give me affection, please. Give me affection, please. Give me affection, please.